All right, Suzanne, the floor is yours.
Every year between Christmas and New Year's Days, we look back upon the year that's ending and upon our successes or perhaps more on our failures. The calendar was invented in ancient Egypt, but when the tradition began of celebrating the next year and making resolutions was humankind's invention and not a divine commandment. There are some very serious flaws or superstitions about making resolutions. New Year's resolutions are an excuse for grown-ups to check up on their children and apply pressure wherever they, the grown-ups, see fit, so that New Year's time becomes a time of reckoning for children, much like Thanksgiving time becomes a time of reckoning of whether you've been good or bad all year to relay the information to Santa Claus. Once when I was growing up, I was in my bedroom alone. It was on New Year's Eve or New Year's Eve. I heard my father come up the stairs and go into my brother's room and ask, "Have you made any resolutions for the coming year?" I can't remember what my brothers said in return. My father sometimes asked me, "Did I make any New Year's resolutions?" If I said no, then he would nag me this way or that as to something he thought I should do. So that's an example of New Year's Eve becoming a time of reckoning.
Did he tell you? Did he give you recommendations on what you should have for your resolutions?
Yes, he did. I felt threatened. I felt that if I didn't do everything he said, to the letter, somehow I'd be penalized for it.
So what did he tell you to do?
I'd rather keep that private.
Of course.
Well, think back on your own experiences. Where you grow up, was New Year's resolutions a tradition where you spent your childhood?
Yeah, sure. To eat right, take care of oneself, exercise, things like that, lose weight.
Well, that's sort of general instructions for everybody. I'm talking about, did your parents ever put the pressure on you for what they thought you should do, privately by yourself in order to become a better person, or should I say, be perfected?
No. They did not tell me to specifically do any particular thing. I'm very curious. So this was just coming from your dad, not your mom?
Well, that's because I think I've explained before. Mom was always weighed down with housekeeping and other motherly duties, whereas my father was more at liberty to roam the house and horn in on the children as he saw fit.
I assume he just assumed that he was making you guys better.
Well, when I was growing up, I read a play called A Chance to Do Better. It was about two children visiting Father Time on New Year's Eve, and he had kept behavior records, not just for those two children for the passing year, but for every person alive.
Oh, that must have been, you must have felt some sort of way about that.
Well, they were only play script words, but they still carried an implication of being spied upon or checked up on.
Mm-hmm. So you would recommend that parents don't do that, don't put that upon kids. People should be free.
No, what I'm talking about is in saying that he kept behavior records of the two children who were visiting him. He reviewed those records for the whole past year, and that both children had made mistakes during the past year, and at the end of the play, the midnight bells chime, and the children say, "Oh boy, I mean, this year, um, but in reality, they're being pushed into perfecting themselves.
So isn't it kind of like they should repent or something like that? Or I guess they're just going to try to do their best, right?
Yes.
Well, that's not
But,
bad. People could try.
those children didn't think of it on their own. They were old enough to be at least grammar school age, and when children are younger and learn about New Year's for the first time, it's always the grown-ups that take the first step and also impose the concept of resolutions.
So you are pro-resolution or anti-resolution?
Anti-resolution.
Okay. Well, thank you for clarifying.
No, wait a minute. There are some things that I'm sure the whole United States is witness to.
Okay, what?
I think the two resolutions which are made by more people than any other possible resolution are quit smoking and lose weight. But see, that's pressure again, and as January wears on, the struggle becomes more than they can handle, and the resolution fails anyway.
So should people not even try?
They mustn't feel that they're obliged to do it simply because another year is about to start.
They should just do it of their own free will.
Yes, there's some things I want to do this coming year, but they're my own free will. They're not resolutions.
Okay, what are those things?
I want to focus on Shelley, the South Jersey Shore mermaid, because this coming year's her 30th anniversary. I want to make more appearances as she in places besides oceanfront sites.
Okay, so even though Shelley is a maritime mermaid, you want to get her a little further from the coastline?
You don't see some characters banned in some parts of the country just simply because those characters may not have originated in those parts of the country, or in the case of mermaids, on the ocean front.
It's been a good year so far. You did a lot of good stuff this year.
But I also suffered the loss of two very important contacts. I don't think they died; they just disappeared.
Okay. Who are you looking for? Who's missing?
Mr. Shuley. He hasn't contacted me since this past March.
Well, I hope he's doing okay. So if anybody could reach out to Mr. Shuley and let him know that you're looking for him, and other people.
In the weeks that followed his last conversation with me, I did call his number and got only his voicemail. And if or when I left messages, he never called me back.
Okay. And who else are you looking for?
Bill Keenan.
Okay. Well, he's been busy. He just had a kid.
I know that.
Uh-huh.
I saw the daughter once. But one time this year, I was negotiating with him to get a private ride, and he said, "I'm sorry, I've got too many financial breakdowns. I can't help you." And he hung up. So I never tried again after that.
All right. Well, sometimes it'd be like that. Well, at least just call to say hi. Just don't gotta call to say, "Hello, hi, I need a ride." You could call and say, "Hello, hi, we're friends, so let's say hi. How are you doing? How's your kid? How's life?"
I haven't tried that in months, but he could have, moved somewhere else where the number that I had no longer applies.
Well, you could always try. Just call and just say hi. That's all you can do, Suzanne.
I mentioned two resolutions that are probably made by more people than any others are. Because on TV I see commercials for weight loss or possibly gymnasiums, and they're telecast during the whole month of January and possibly into February. Then they seem to stop.
Of course, I bet. Okay, so we'll keep those in mind, and just everybody should know that you don't have to make resolutions. Just make decisions for yourself, and then just live your life. Be your best self.
Yes, because resolutions are another example of teaching and enforcing man-made traditions and superstitions as though they're God's laws.
And you definitely are not having any of that.
No.
Okay, very good. So keep it in mind. If it's not God's law, you don't want to hear about it.
No, it's simply because, like I said, making resolutions for the coming year was never a divine commandment. It's a man-made tradition.
Okay, so there's nothing wrong with man-made traditions. Just understand what it is and just know don't get it confused.
Yes.
Okay, well, we'll keep that all in mind. We'll treat our New Year's responsibly. So do you want to wish everybody a good New Year, or a message or a blessing or something you'd like to bestow upon the people, Suzanne?
You have to be on the watch for what's really your own decisions or decisions made by other people who assume the right to check up on you and or impose something on you.
So you're telling everybody to watch their freedom of choice.
Yes.
Okay, very good, very good. Just give everybody a New Year's shout out, or just say something nice before we go.
Hope for a good 2023.
Right on, Suzanne. And don't forget to everybody to check out the YouTube channel, Muldowneyville Archives, and also to check out the Muldowneyville Instagram, just teetering right on the edge of 1,000 viewers. So that'd be a nice push for Suzanne.
Thanks a lot, Phil.
No problem, Suzanne. Take care. Have a happy New Year.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.